Alright, we're back. We got some Ayinger, and this is the Wizenbock. And so, let's see what we got. This is one of the old school classics. Got pale, robust, spicy wheat ale, unfiltered Ayinger at the foot of the Bavarian Alps. Is one of the world's most respected breweries, family owned and operated since 1878. So you can see right there that little description. There's some pretty classic stuff. This is another one of those old school ones that I'm revisiting just for nostalgia. Got the bottle opener here. Crack it. And let's get it moving. So, got myself a little glass here. I'm just gonna pour it out, get a look at the color, and enjoy. Alright. Yeah, it definitely has some nice spicy character to it. Nice. Alright. So, it is as good as I remember. Definitely has those kind of, it's kind of hard to describe it, those like kind of clovey, somewhat banana-ish esters. But the wheat always makes it really smooth to the palate, easy drinking. It has like this spicy, mild clove, and then like this kind of mild banana character to it. I don't know how to describe it. Well, I am describing it, but yeah, it's good stuff. If you've had wheat beers, German style wheat beers, you kind of know what that entails. Not bad at all. We are going First Line Shave Kituwah. And this one here was a First Line Shave and Black Mountain Shaving collaboration. You can see right there, FLS 3.0. And this soap is fucking banging. I love Kituwah. I thought this was an excellent release. I have it lathered up in my Lancaster bowl right here. We're going to be using the good old Grizzly Bay. You can see the bear in there. Grizzly Bay handle with the Strike Gold Shave Hair Force 1 Badger Knot. Really good stuff. I think what I'm going to do, I wanted to have a little menthol today. And it might not be the typical soap that you use menthol in. But we got the menth dealer right here. And he doesn't really care. Doesn't really care about ruining the perception of a soap that you might use menthol in. He is perfectly fine with breaking those rules. So we're just going to add just a little bit of menthol from the menth dealer. And then we're just going to stir it in real quick. And Kituwah is bold, it's banging, it's beautiful. I was thinking about busting out the EDP and taking a spray to the chest. That's what she said. But I decided not to because the soap is pretty bold and banging all on its own. And I have a precious amount of that EDP. So figured I would just hold on to it instead and leave the EDP for the day use. All right, let's get some of this moisture on the face and then we'll get to lathering. Talk about a fucked up day at work. What a terrible day. Yeah, I had such a fucked up day at work, but that's why I wanted to come home and have a equally as fucking awesome shave tonight. To kind of balance things out and wind down. Kituwah is one of my favorite scents in my whole collection. There's something about it has like this raspberry and then this warm, charred kind of character to it. Smoky, even though there's not necessarily smoke in the scent notes. However they pull it off, it's just beautiful. The FLS 3.0 is a marvelous soap base. I absolutely love it. Last year we did more than one FLS themed type thing, spearheaded by Shave 326, but I participated in them. Got that cooling starting to build, which I like. Typically you only add menthol in soaps where it's kind of brighter and fresher already, and you're just kind of, I don't know, it goes with the flow when you have like a citrus forward or you have a bright fresh scent, even in aquatic. Menthol and fresh boy scents just go well together. They go hand in hand. But for me, I like menthol all the time in all sorts of, in pretty much any fragrance in my whole collection. And so that's why I got the bougie chill mill to sprinkle a little bit of menthol in all of my shaves, any of my shaves, you know what I mean? All right, and today we're going to be using the 3D printed gem razor made by Roger Quintero Designs. We got a Personna stainless blade inside. You can see it kind of uses that post design. I've used this razor before and showcased it, but it's got that open comb. The blade sits right inside of there. You can see where everything kind of comes together. A very slim head. And the handle is actually pretty handsome, and the grooves actually provide some nice grip. So, absolutely wonderful design, in my opinion. Oh, I should also mention, he denotes the aggressiveness by interchangeable base plates, and that one's the 2 dot, and at a 3 dot. So this is the mid efficient. So that's pretty cool that it has interchangeable base plates. You could kind of go with the setting that suits your preferences the best. Medium efficiency almost always works for me. Unless certain people have their medium efficiency settings being a little bit too mild for my liking, and in that case I will switch to the more aggressive setting when that is the scenario, like the supply injector. They're 2 dot mid efficient plate. I just find it just a little bit too mild for my liking, so I pretty much use their 3 dot exclusively. And but with most things, mid efficiency does it for me. And this one is no different. It has blade feel, but it doesn't feel menacing. It actually feels quite comfortable. It's super light, so you kind of got to really watch the pressure you put, because it's so light. You might get fooled into adding a little bit of pressure yourself. Just very light touch. Like, I'm just holding it with my fingertips right here. That's all you need. It's a sharp blade on the end of this tool. Remember that. Even though it's 3D printed and it might look like a toy, this is a, precision engineered instrument. I am not fucking with you guys when I say Roger's designs are high quality. He messaged me the other day. I talked about it yesterday, but he messaged me saying that some more razors were headed my direction, and so super stoked. Looking forward to that. I figured I would bust out one of his designs that I already own and take it for a spin, since he sent some my way. Kind of made me think of the 3D razors that I already have in my collection and made me want to use them. Let me just get the slickness off my fingers. The FLS 3.0, that's good shit, guys. I skipped the frag out because I already had something that was Spice Bomb. I know frag out was Spice Bomb. Was it Extreme? And I'm sure it would be different enough and very high quality, but I already had something in that vein, so I skipped that one. But their next release, the Weight, I'm pretty excited about that. And speaking of next releases, Black Mountain Shaving is doing another one of his collaborations. Not with First Line Shave this time, but instead with Murphy and McNeil again. And so those guys always do good stuff together. They did Nantahala, which made one of my scent lists that I do kind of quarterly and as a year-end wrap-up. Which reminds me, I should probably do one for spring. Just so busy. But I should do one. But Nantahala made one of my lists. It might have been 5 cents for spring. If not, it might have been one of my year-end favorite scents. I honestly can't remember. But I know I really enjoyed that release. I absolutely love Murphy and McNeil as a brand. And when they do stuff like special releases, they usually absolutely nail it. So always exciting stuff to see Murphy and McNeil in action. We'll just paint on the remainder there. I'm getting a nice menthol chill now. Definitely got that above medium chill going. One thing I like as well about this menthol that I got off of Amazon is that it doesn't add fragrance to my soaps. So I just use it with reckless abandon here. I know that's one of the negatives of using real menthol over synthetic menthol. But I've used this particular set over and over and over. And I don't think it's taking away from the scent whatsoever. It has a scent, don't get me wrong, but for whatever reason, it's like more mild than menthols that I've bought from artisans. So I don't know what the hell that's about. I don't know if the artisans are buying in bulk and maybe they're getting like a lower quality menthol or or whatever the fuck the deal is, but I got it off Amazon. Organic menthol crystals. I have no idea what the market was, so I didn't really know what was expensive and what was a good deal. I just bought something. And I think I've mentioned this before, but I kind of cross-referenced what Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements had on their site, because they offer the chill mill. And so they have menthol crystals as like refill packs. And so I cross-referenced the ingredients on the refill packs, not really knowing what menthol was or how it was sold. Well, I suppose I knew what menthol was, but I didn't know if it was like sold direct to customer like that, or if you needed some sort of cosmetic license. I had no idea, just being honest. But yeah, I was able to search it up on Amazon. Got myself some organic menthol crystals in a nice like Teflon bag or something like that. And in the bag, you can obviously smell the menthol, but in use, it's just so mild that it doesn't take away from any scent that I use it on. And so I never really minded the menthol scent to begin with, but I do appreciate that this menthol has less of its own stench than others. I've linked it before in the past, in past videos where I've used it, because people in the comments asked me to. I don't do it every time though. It's not my intention to add more work to my editing. I'm just not the guy. I'm not the super professional YouTuber guy. But if you beg me, I will. I'll throw a link down. I've actually just thrown a link in the comments and didn't even put it in the description before. Somebody asked, and so I gave it to him. I didn't put it in the description. That was a very nice shave. Kituwah, wonderful scent. Definitely puts a smile back on my face for having one of the most hectic days that I've ever had on the front counter. Talk about being understaffed on the busiest day of the week. And it felt, it might not have been busier than a normal Monday, but since we were so short-staffed, it just felt worse. It felt so much worse. Literally, from the time I clocked on and we opened the doors, I couldn't see the end of the line until I walked out there to close the doors at the end of the shift. Like, I was not able to see the end of the line because it stretched out of our lobby into the into the P.O. box section, which is just nuts. I mean, it's just insane. I know it's job security, but what the fuck are you guys doing at the post office, man? Fucking print out your labels online and drop it in a Dropbox. What the fuck do you need to stand around in the fucking lobby for a half hour for? I don't get it. Like, I would never do that. If I walked in and saw a line like that, I'd turn back around. I'd be like, oh, done fucked up. But, like I said, if y'all are into waiting in half-hour lines, 45-minute lines, more power to you. Job security. Have fun waiting in line. Alright, we got the matching aftershave splash. This was in the limited edition bottle. Doesn't make no difference, really. We got the quality restrictor on top. Even though it's a waterproof label, I'm going to pour out the back out of habit. Just in case. Just want to preserve that label. The aftershave, very soothing, very nourishing. And it is banging indeed. Hell yeah. Alright guys, that was another good one. Put the smile back on my face after that long ass bullshit day of work. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I definitely did. Thank you as always for the support. I'm tired. I'm going to finish this beer and relax. Cheers.